Okay, next up, we've got Arsenal versus Wigan at the Emirates. Arsenal come from 2 goals behind in the Champions League this week. Going forward, we know they can score goals. Hard to build a case for me for Wigan getting anything here.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at Wigan. I mean, they have somewhat redressed the balance last week with that 1-0 win, but it hasn't been great. And you've got to say that there's still going to be question marks about whether or not they can implement the style that Roberto Martinez wants to play at this stage, whether the players are good enough. They keep losing good players. Lee Cattermole's a big miss to them, you know. Obviously,
bite in the middle of the park.
Yeah,
the Wigan really is that type of team, aren't they?
Absolutely. Every player, every team needs it. We saw Palacios, the difference he's made to Tottenham. You know, every team needs a player like that who's going to break up the play, protect that back four. It was a good win last week, although you've got to say going to Arsenal is going to be a totally different kettle of fish. I'm still not convinced by Arsenal, Jace. I've got to say they've been too inconsistent. I think people have made a good point about them. They're probably the only top 4 side that plays well and gets beaten.
I think it was Alan Hansen that made that point. It is a very good point.
It is a good point. It's something that, you know, I've been saying. I said at the start of the season that I thought they might come out of the top 4. Now, they started the season very, very well, and I'm thinking I might have to eat my words here. But it didn't take long, did it, before, you know...
Well, they've had 2 tough games. They've had Man United away, they've had Man City away. They are 2 tough games.
They are
away from the Emirates. However, this game is
there's no doubt about that, but you don't get beat by those sides, Jace, if you're gonna A, you're gonna win it, or B,
well, they're your closest rivals.
Exactly. Now we saw what Liverpool did last year. You know, the previous years they got beaten by the other top 4 and they couldn't get close. Yeah. Last year they came very close because their record against the top 4 was good. So they are big games. You can't afford to lose them, and they've already lost 2 already. Standard Liège, not the best.
2 goals in 4 minutes.
Yeah, not the best team I've seen. And to be fair, Arsenal rather fortuitous. I think they get back in it. Standard Liège weren't great. Their defending at times wasn't great. Second goal was a handball.
And offside.
So there are reasons, but they came back. You can't knock them for that. There's a lot of character. You know, a lot of fight and a lot of quality as well.
Okay, Arsenal at home. There have been occasions last season, particularly Hull springs to mind, where a team like Wigan can go there. And Martin,
well, if you remember the season before, or it was one particular season, they kept going a goal behind, didn't they? I remember the
Fulham.
Game,
I think they come very close.
The game against Wigan when the boys hit that 20-yard shot first half and they've gone a goal down. They had a period where they kept doing it and they kept just about getting out of jail. But I just think Arsenal, the way they are now. They're playing 3 up front. They're certainly going to go for it a lot more. This is a game, even at this stage, they're like Liverpool, aren't they? They're not going to be able to lose too many more.
No, you're right.
Certainly at home against...
This is a game that Wenger will say, guys, we have to win this. I can't see anything else.
And to be fair, this isn't a game where they can start slowly either. They've got to be on the front foot from the start. That's why we've initiated the bet that we have. And we're also going to say that, you know, I think that they can score early, and if they do that, it'll open the game up.
Okay, what have we got going for the first bet?
We're going to go for Arsenal half-time, Arsenal full-time. That's a little bit different to some of the bets we've proposed before. All that means is that Arsenal have to be winning at half-time and keep that lead at full-time. That doesn't mean to say that they've got to win both halves. So as we say, if they're winning 1-0 and then the second half finishes 1-1, they actually win the game 2-1, you win your bet.
Okay, the second bet, you've gone for over 2.5 goals.
We're going for over 2.5 goals. Now, it's probably a little bit skinny for what we normally propose, but the discrepancy in prices for this bet is incredible. It's as low as 4 to 6, which we think is good value for over 2.5 goals. 2-1 win for Arsenal, and you win your money. Yep. That is as short as 2 to 5 in other areas. So that is I mean that's value even in itself at 4 to 6. It might not look like it, but it's certainly a lot bigger than 2 to 5, which it is in some places. So get on if you fancy over 2.5 goals. We certainly do at 4 to 6.
Okay, let's go over those bets again. The first bet: Arsenal half time, Arsenal full time. That's 8 to 11, and bet to over 2.5 goals. That's 4 to 6. You're watching the Bet Republic Premier League preview show with me, Jason Cundy, and Steve Claridge. Don't forget to check out the Bet Republic website and join in all the fun. You can set up your own profile, post photos and videos, read the blogs, and become part of the rapidly growing Bet Republic community. Don't forget, if you want to make a few bets, just click on the Bet UK link on the site.